Welcome to Pyro 101 Part 5. This video will be divided into two parts. In the first part, we will take a look at the distance traveling between stations and planets in Pyro. And the second part, we'll take a look at what are the best ships to travel around Pyro for missions, operations, and explorations in terms of the fuel usage. As we all know, in Pyro, we have three main stations that we can set our initial home location. The Orbiter Array around Bloom, Checkmate Station, as well as Ruin Station at Pyro 6 Terminus. Let's start with the first station, Orbiter Array, orbiting around the planet Bloom. This is Pyro 3. If we set our home location here, let's see the distance traveling between the planets and moons. The distance between Bloom and Pyro 1 is 12.9 gigameters. I'm flying an In-Any Jump. In-Any Jump has one of the fastest quantum drive. It will take me 1 minute and 55 seconds to travel to Pyro 1. Pyro 2 Monarchs is behind Pyro 1. The distance between Bloom and Pyro 2 Monarchs is 27.51 gigameters. In-Any Jump will take 2 minutes and a half. So these two planets are not that far. Now, Pyro 4 and Pyro 5 are clustered together with all the moons of Pyro 5. So traveling to Pyro 5, 51.79 gigameters. With In-Any Jump, it will take you 3 minutes and 18 seconds. This is a little bit far, but not that far. It's like traveling from Crusader to Microtech. Now, traveling from Bloom Pyro 3 to Pyro 6 Terminus. The distance is 51.95 gigameters. Very similar distance traveling from Bloom to Pyro 5. It will take the In-Any Jump 3 minutes and 19 seconds to travel from Bloom to Terminus. So it's far, but not that far. However, if you have a ship that only has a quantum field of 0.5 SEU, then you won't be able to make this jump. Next point is very important. Traveling from Bloom to Stanton Gateway. If you want to go back to Stanton, how far to travel to Stanton Gateway? And that is 60.14 gigameters. This is a little bit far. It will take the In-Any Jump 3 minutes and 35 seconds to travel. So if you want to choose home location in Pyro, then Bloom perhaps is one of the best home location because it is in the middle of pretty much everything. Now, next station is a Checkmate Station, which is at Pyro 2L4. It's right here, Checkmate. So traveling from Bloom to Checkmate is not that far. It's only 28 gigameters, 2 minutes and a half. So let's travel there and take a look. Alright, arriving Checkmate Station. This is the second location that you can set your home location initially in Pyro. From Checkmate Station to Pyro 1 is 18.52 gigameters for the distance. And traveling with In-Any Jump will take you 2 minutes and 11 seconds. To Pyro 2 Monarchs, it's a lot closer, only 8.97 gigameters. It will take only 1 minute and 41 seconds for the In-Any Jump. Traveling to Pyro 4 and Pyro 5, the distance is only 44.22 gigameters. It's a lot closer than traveling from Bloom to Pyro 4 and Pyro 5. The In-Any Jump will take 3 minutes. Travel to Terminus, Pyro 6. This will take a little bit further. Distance is 76.73 gigameters. And it will take the In-Any Jump 4 minutes and 7 seconds to reach there. Now, traveling to Stanton Gateway from here, distance is 47.79 gigameters. In-Any Jump will take 3 minutes and 11 seconds to reach. So compared with Checkmate and Bloom, the Checkmate is actually closer to the inner planets, but to Terminus it's a little bit further than Bloom. It's also a little closer to Stanton Gateway. And also both Checkmate Station and Bloom are controlled by Rough and Ready game. Now, the third location is Terminus. Let's travel there. 76.7 gigameters to Terminus. Let's go. Okay, arriving Terminus. And Ruin Station is the third location that you can set your initial, or I shall say primary home location in Pyro. And this is Xenothreat territory. Oh! Rocks! Rocks! Oh no! Alright, arriving at Terminus again. Now, let's take a look. So from Terminus, Ruin Station, the third primary location you can choose in Pyro. Let's jump to Pyro 1. Distance between Terminus to Pyro 1 is 64.86 gigameters. It will take the A90 jump 3 minutes and 44 seconds. That's quite far already. Now, Pyro 2 Monarchs is even further. The distance is 78.8 gigameters. It will take the A90 jump 4 minutes and 11 seconds to reach there. Now, Pyro 4 and Pyro 5. The distance is 101.39 gigameters. If your ship has only a quantum fuel of 1 SCU, then you can't even reach there. It will take the A90 jump 5 minutes to reach there. And for the Pyro 3 Bloom, it's a little bit closer. Half of the distance, 51.95 gigameters, 3 minutes and 19 seconds for the A90 jump. Now, what about Stanton Gateway? This is very important. So Stanton Gateway is really far as well, 82.67 gigameters. Remember, some of our ships, especially small ships, only has 0.7 SCU of quantum fuel capacity. So if you choose Terminus as your home, you cannot fly a small ship around. Now, from Terminus to the furthest jump point, which is the endgame station, 136.49 gigameters. It will take only 6 minutes for the A90 jump, but it's really far. This is only considered one way. If you're traveling around Pyro, you have to consider the way back. Do you have enough fuel to go to the next refueling station to refuel your ship and then fly back? Or this is just a one-way trip? We're not done yet. What if you don't choose home location in Pyro? You choose home location in Stanton. If you want to visit Pyro, then you have to pass through Stanton Gateway. Let's go there. Alright, arriving Stanton Gateway. The first spawn location you can set is the Pyro Gateway. Of course, you can also refuel your ship. The good thing about this station is, regardless of the reputation that you have in Pyro, you can always set your spawn and refuel your ship. Other than this one, we also have 8 more secondary home locations that you can set your spawn, except those 3 primary home locations. The closest refueling station other than the Stanton Gateway itself is the Megumi refueling station, controlled by Citizens for Prosperity. You can also set your spawn there. The distance between Stanton Gateway to Megumi is 21.78 gigameters, 2 minutes and 19 seconds for the A90 jump to reach. The next refueling and respawn location you can set for the Citizens for Prosperity is Dooley and Daughters. This is on the other side of the system. So to Dooley and Daughters from Stanton Gateway, the distance is 118.53 gigameters, 5.5 minutes for the A90 jump to reach. And third station for the Citizens for Prosperity that you can refuel and set your spawn location is Rod and Fuel Supplies, which is at Pyro.5 L4. Rod and Fuel Supplies right here. Distance 52.35 gigameters, 3 minutes and 20 seconds to reach with the A90 jump. Next scan is a Xenothreat, which we looked at. Xenothreat control Terminus. So from Stanton Gateway to Terminus is 82.67 gigameters, 4 minutes and 20 seconds to reach with the A90 jump. The next secondary home location and refueling station is Starlight Services Station. And this is the fourth and last station controlled by Citizens for Prosperity. This one is close to Bloom and distance is 59.47 gigameters, 3.5 minutes to reach with the A90 jump. So the specific location is right here. Bloom is here, and the station obituary is orbiting Bloom. But really close to Bloom, you have this Starlight Service Station. Next station controlled by Rough and Ready, which you can set your home location, is Rat's Nest. So from Stanton Gateway, you jump to Rat's Nest. It will take you 90.22 gigameters, 4 minutes and 33 seconds to reach with A90 jump. And then, of course, you have Checkmate Station. We looked at it earlier. And then next one is Patch City. Here, Patch City. So if you want to go there and set your home location, the distance is 54.51 gigameters, 3 minutes and 24 seconds to reach with the A90 jump. Also controlled by Rough and Ready. The next Rough and Ready station you can set your home location is Gaslight. It's in the Pyro.5 cluster, right here. So distance is 95.68 gigameters, 4 minutes and 44 seconds to reach with A90 jump. And the last secondary home location you can set, which is also controlled by Rough and Ready, is called the End Games. No S, just End Game. Distance 86.58 gigameters. Take 4 minutes and 26 seconds for the A90 jump to reach. These are the rough distance between planets and stations. Whether you set your home location in Pyro in 3 different primary home locations, or you are visiting Pyro. Once you arrived at the Stanton Gateway, where do you plan to travel to set your secondary home location? That's roughly the distance. So now let's take a look at what are the best ships that can help you travel at ease in Pyro in terms of the quantum fuel capacity. The Polaris and A90 Jump are 2 ships that has the highest quantum fuel capacity as of right now. Both have 12 SCU of quantum fuel. The rule for quantum travel, the formula is 1 SCU of quantum fuel allows you to jump 100 gigameters. So 12 SCU of quantum fuel for the Polaris and A90 Jump allows you to travel 1200 gigameters. So basically, travel from terminus to end game. You can travel back and forth 10 times, roughly. The next tier are 8 SCU of quantum fuel. Starfarer Gemini, Starfarer, Reclaimer, Halsey, Caterpillar, Carrick, and all your Hercules. A2, C2, M2. And the next tier for 4 SCU of quantum fuel capacity is the Hammerhead and the Corsair. The next tier are your constellations. Constellations recently got a little bit of buff. So you have 3.5 SCU of quantum fuel for all your constellations. And next tier is a 3 SCU of quantum fuel. Star Lancer Max and 400i. And the next tier, I can't believe what I'm looking at. Only 2.2 SCU of quantum fuel for the 600i. The 600i are exploration ships. Even the touring, you're gonna have more fuel in order to tour the whole system. The next tier are the 2 SCU quantum fuel, Retaliator, Mo, MSR. That's it. Next one is a Freelancer DUR. Freelancer DUR is an exploration variant of the Freelancer, so it has a little bit more quantum fuel than the regular Freelancer, so 1.8. Next one is 1.5, which is a Zeus ES, which is an exploration Zeus. So it has a little bit more quantum fuel than the Zeus CL, which is 1.2. So are the Vanguards, Warden, Sentinel, Hoplite, Harbinger, and Valkyrie, as well as the Terrapin Medic, and the Terrapin, and SRV, some of the heavy fighters, Scorpius, Antares, Scorpius, Redeemer, Raft, Prowler, Prospector, Intrepid, Hall A, Freelancer Miss, Freelancer Max, the Freelancer, also the Eclipse, all your Cuddies, color steel, red, blue, black, and all your spirits, Spirit C1, also the Ion and Inferno, and also the Spirit A1. And that's it for the 1.2 SCU. The Cutter Rambler has 1 SCU of quantum fuel because the Rambler is an exploration ship. I really love the Cutter Rambler that I got 4 of them just because that I can put the Rambler into the A90 Jump or the Polaris to do some short-range exploration. So after the Cutter Rambler, and most of them are medium and light fighters. So 0.7 SCU of quantum fuel, you can only jump 70 gigameters. The Theiss, Santoki Eye, Raven, Peregrine, Saber Firebird, Comet, and Saber, Reliant, Tana, all the Reliant. Also the Nomad, the Mantis, the Hurricane, Herald, Glaive, Gladiator, FAC Lightning, and all your Hornet series. From Hornet Mark 1s to all the Hornet Mark 2s, they all have 0.7 SE of quantum field, as well as the Banyu Defender and the Buccaneer. The rest of the ships only have 0.5 SEU of quantum field, and that includes your Vulture. Talon Strike and Talon, Sulan, all the Mustangs, Katual, the Hawk, the Gladiuses, the Cutter and Cutter Scout, and all the Pisces, the Blade, and all the Avengers as well, and all the Auroras, the Arrow, and all the 300i series and 100i series. After that, we also have a last tier of 0.4 SE of quantum fuel. Wow, you can only travel 40 gigameters. All the Razors, M50 Interceptor, and last one is 85X. So this is an overview of the current quantum field capacity according to each ships. But don't take this as permanent. This can be rebalanced at any time. So if there is any change, I will update you guys right away. But if this is what it carries to 4.0 when 4.0 goes to live, then you need to consider how to travel most fuel efficiently in Pyro, between Pyro and Stanton as well. You must not only consider the first trip, you must also consider the second trip or the round trip. Do you have enough fuel to go to the next refueling station? Things like that. Thanks for watching.